Hello and welcome to Pure Joy Tarot. Thank you for joining us today, and we're just going to have an inspirational message from the Fairy Oracle. It's a great way of looking at a meditation card to look within ourselves deeper to find out the answers that we're actually searching for, what may be blocking us, what may be preventing us from moving forward. So this deck is really useful. If it doesn't resonate today, do come back at a later date and have a look to see if that message suits you better on another day. So please just sit back, relax, and try and be as still as possible to find out what messages are today. I'm just going to thank my spirit guide for being very helpful to me today and every day and throughout my life. And I also thank your spirit guides for helping you along your journey of life. And let's see what happens. Okay, thank you, spirit guides, for helping me today. Please help the message. Thank you, fairies, for being here and looking after our planet we call our home. Please guide us for the message today. In love and light and healing, please help us. Thank you. Okay. Right, let's see what's on top. Wow. Tree wisdom. Very important. So we've got the fairy tree wisdom. Wow. So the message that Karen Kay, who designed this pack, said, this tree diary will help you navigate through your current situation. Her flute can reveal insights and answers through the sounds it makes. So it's a bit like the other reading with sound that I've done. Everything is made up of sound and light. Sound is vibration, and that causes a sense of movement. So calling forth the tree wisdom, she knows the beauty of sound. It's like the trees whisper to each other as the breeze gently moves the leaves and the branches. And this fairy, which is tree wisdom, is all about how wise trees can be. She knows this, and this is why it's her life path to look after the trees. They're home to many things, and without trees, unfortunately, we wouldn't be able to breathe oxygen. So the tree wisdom is extremely powerful. So the fairy and the message today is helping your current situation by listening to the sounds that you are making. So what sounds are we telling us within our head? And it's like, are we being very negative or are we being positive? Are we moving forward? So it's like, I'm getting the message that people have been working extremely hard at the moment and doing too much. So it's just about being still and letting the hurricanes and the huge movements pass and become still on a calm spring breeze. So it's all about that growth and inner peace that we can find through this tree fairy. So it's almost like healing and putting out branches and reaching to others to help. So it's like listening to the sounds that we're making is important. So it's vital to sort of sit back and grow and get grounded also. Because if you look at it, the tree wisdom is all about putting down roots. So some of you may find yourself quite airy-fairy at the moment. Sorry, fairies, for using that terminology. But it's like Sometimes we need to ground ourselves, put our roots down, really anchor ourselves to the earth. It's like the earth in your chart at the moment, as I said, might be a little bit flighty. So getting in touch with the ground, doing some gardening, really hugging a tree, going out in the walk, to appreciate nature and all that it brings us. So it's like when we become still and walk within nature, we can observe the stillness and just getting on with what's important. So if people are really busy at the moment, it's about putting some of these things aside and really learning to get in touch with our inner nature and groundedness. So it's all about what can you say to people, what can you believe in yourself, and that thought pattern of just being still. So today it's all about grounding yourself. Some of you may have crystals. Now is a great time to cleanse your crystals and empower and recharge that crystal into yourself, to tune in to what you want that crystal to represent in your life. Some people want love, which is great. So having rose quartz, give it a good clean and then put it in the sunshine, or better still, because we've got the earth element here, it might be a good idea just to bury it in some soil. But always remember where you've buried them, and unless that crystal has done its job around you and it's ready to move on and help someone else. Because crystals are a great form of, I was going to say crystallize, but it's a solid form that's got so much energy in. So I think the tree wisdom fairy here knows this as well, because she flies by and sits on rocks and healing elements of crystals. So today's message really is to ground yourself and appreciate nature, but also the healing aspect. So when we look inside ourselves to heal ourselves more, the colour green always comes to the forefront of our being. So maybe wear some green, tap into green, or walk in nature and see the lovely leaves that are around, if you're watching this in summer or spring. So I wish you very well today in healing and light, and we thank the tree wisdom for her wisdom of her own tune, of our own tune, and our healing process. So maybe just saying to yourself, I am now healed. I now love myself. I can now move forward in life, in love and light and healing. I am grounded and I know where I am going. So I think that's it for today, our messages. Thank you very much for tuning in. Please subscribe if you find these useful. I do have other playlists as well. So I wish you luck, and do comment and let me know what you think of the readings or your life, or what else you'd like me to read for you. Okay, and lots of love and light. Thank you, Tree Wisdom.